मेरे बनाए ना बनेगी कोटि कल्प लो, आपके बनाए बनेगी पल पाव में.
Just understand these words by which life will be successful. How can I tell you? Like now, I am looking at Shriji's smile. Only rely on Shriji. That is it. And do not let this reliance become tainted. People might say, you're not a good person, you're not doing good bhajan, your mind is dirty, you're restless. Then you should right away think, I only rely on Shriji. My queen will lift me, will take care of me. She will engage me in her service. She will make me cross this material ocean. For sure, this is a matter of the heart. These words are coming from my heart. I've practiced all sadhanas, but I don't rely on them. I only rely on our queen, our Shriji. Everything will be successful if you can understand this one thing. Everything else will be taken care of. How can I make you understand? Whatever I'm saying, just latch on to those words. Just rely on Shriji. If you can understand what I'm saying, pure reliance, the fruit of all sadhanas and austerities and all yoga practice, the fruit of all of those is to develop faith in your worshipable Lord. And I'm telling you this from day one. Ashray, take shelter of God. You can call it prapatti, you can call it shanagati, you can call it bharosa or reliance. We will be able to cross this creation of Maya by the mercy of God. We don't have the strength to conquer this material nature. If you have to weigh a bunch of frogs who are in the open, you will not be able to do it in your entire life. You put 10 on the weighing scale, 2 will jump off, and you put those 2 back and 4 will jump off. This is how our mind is for all of us. Prahlad Maharaj is saying, imagine a person who has many wives and each of them is pressuring him to come to her bedroom. Imagine what his state would be. Similarly, O Nrsingadev, our 10 senses and mind are pulling us in different directions. Repeatedly, they keep dragging us towards sense gratification, towards Maya. It is easy to talk about being victorious over Maya, but it is very difficult. This will only happen by relying on the Lord. If you understand what I'm saying, then become carefree because of your faith in Shriji. I'm not saying you become carefree and you commit sins, no. Once you rely on Pyari Ji, you will not be able to commit sins. Do not worry, do as much bhajan as you can, and when you cannot do bhajan, just sit down and just think, I belong to Shriji. Shriji belongs to me. I rely on Shriji. Oh Ladli Ji, to date, I've heard that whoever has taken your shelter, you have not broken their trust. I'm only relying on you. You are my only support and things will be successful. Firm faith is what is required. This firm reliance is what is echoing in my mind right now, over and over again. Firm faith in Maharani Ji, Priya Ji, Shri Radha. Our relationship is established by our Guru. But we have to have trust, faith. For example, our relationship is that we are Sehachari, a companion of Shriji, but this is not my thinking, it is not my mood, it has been given to me by my Guru. And when it has been given to me by my Guru, then the Lord has to accept it forcefully. The Lord is willing to break His own word for the word of those who love Him. So if our Gurudev has given us this mood, then we should not worry about it. Because our Guru has given it, the Lord will have to accept it. The Lord Himself has given us this mood by coming in the form of our Guru. And as our worshipful Lord has accepted us in the mood of a Sehachari, the companion of Radha. But the trust has to come from us, our own belief. If we're lacking on this end, then we will not be successful. Our faith should be completely firm. People say that Shriji does not accept people with these qualities, then we don't have to listen to them. Because we should think that yes, we're the most fallen, but we rely on Shriji. We have complete trust that even on the most fallen person like me, Shriji will be merciful, and that is her greatness. We should accept this, and attaining God becomes easy. This has been a matter of my heart since the beginning. Sometimes when I was in spiritual bliss, sitting in Padmasana, and Maharaj would come, then I would say, listen to this. I would tell him, just have firm faith, have firm trust. Just by this, you will attain God. Even without any sadhana, if one has firm faith in God, then they will attain God. They will attain God for sure.
आगे पड़ा जटायु देखा सुमिरत राम चरण की रेखा.
Jatayu had firm faith that Lord will come at my last moment and will do my last rites. The Lord came. He took Jatayu in his lap and said, "If you so desire, order me, and I will heal your wounds and make your body as strong as iron." He said, "No, my Lord. Great ascetics wish for these circumstances at the last moment of death. I don't want to lose this opportunity. No, my Lord. I do not want to keep this body." The Lord granted him a spiritual position that can only be obtained by His mercy, not by any sadhana. Immediately, the vulture Jatayu took the form of the Lord himself and went to Lord's spiritual abode. And even the good fortune that Dashrathji did not obtain, Jatayu was able to receive that. Lord Shri Ram performed the last rites of Jatayu with his own lotus hands. Therefore, have faith. Goswami Tulsidas Ji is saying,
एक भरोसो, एक बल, एक आस विश्वास.
have complete faith. Establish this firmly in your heart. There are some things that you have to do, and some things you just have to become. This is one of those things. So just become like that. Just accept this thing. Then everything will be successful. And this will be checked. This will be tested at the core. Where does this person's trust lies? Is it on sadhana, on wealth, on other people? Where is it?
अपबल, तपबल और बाहुबल, चौथो बल है दाम. सूर किशोर कृपाते सब बल हारे को हरि नाम. सुनेरी मैंने निर्बल के बलराम.
Faith. When this faith arises in your heart slowly, then you'll feel that your heart is filled with bliss. All this sadhana is in one place, but this faith, reliance is in one place. See how your faith is. Examine yourself. When this faith arises in your heart, you will feel that your heart is filled with bliss, relying on the ocean of bliss. And you don't have to tell them, because when this faith arises in your heart, that is it. They are seated right there. And in fact, they are the ones who are providing us this inspiration. That is why we're developing this mood of reliance on them, of bharosa. We belong to Shriji. How great is that? We belong to Maharaj. She belongs to us. See the fruit that this will bear. Just see the results it will have. The Lord is inspiring me to say this, and those who are fortunate are listening to this, and the ones who are the most fortunate will be able to adopt this in their life. They will understand what we're saying, what our goal is, and will adopt it in their life. Then, very soon, you'll become fearless, carefree, and free of remorse. That is all we need to do in life. This will provide you the understanding, firm faith. This would be the resting place of life. It does not matter who you are, how you are. Those things don't matter. Just have complete trust in our Lord, in our Laliji. See, life will become successful. You will see how your life will transform. Stop worrying about yourself. Until the point you're worrying about yourself, your faith is not strong. So meditate on Priya Lalji. Work for Priya Lalji for their pleasure. Otherwise, just sit and just have faith in them. This is the key thing I'm telling you. It is the end goal of all spiritual practices. It is a very elevated matter.
भजन को काहू के आचार व्यास भरोसे कुंवर के सोवत पाँव पसार सोवत पाँव पसार.
My Marani Jew, my Lali Jew, my Priya Jew. She is watching everything we're doing and smiling. But only those who are the most fortunate will be able to catch this. The ones who can understand what is rising in my heart at this moment. Firm faith. Hari Ram Yasji is saying this. He's an Acharya. He's an avatar of Vishakha. And he's saying that some people are reliant on their sadhana, on their spiritual practice. That if I do this, I will attain this. And some on their pure character and very sense control. And some people have faith in Maharani Ji. This is the key thing.
और किसी को होता है भरोसा महारानी जी का. ये खास बात है.
Our bhajan may be stopped due to some reason. We may fall down and our sense control may be shattered, but our faith cannot be moved. Firm faith.
व्यास भरोसे कुंवर के सोवत पाव प्रसाद.
Latch onto this one thing. If you realize this thing in your heart, then you will gain success, which is unavailable by all other spiritual practice and is completely free. Words have been inspired in our heart. This is completely free. It doesn't cost you a penny. All that is required is your own acceptance and having firm faith in Priyaju.
केवल स्वीकृति, केवल स्वीकृति, केवल भरोसा. छा गया आनंद, छा गया हृदय में, केवल भरोसा.
Just have firm faith in heart and see how you feel. But these words are just coming out. I'm not sure if you're able to understand. I am not preaching at this moment. I am just revealing what is coming from the core of my heart. And this is what provides me bliss at every moment, because of which I'm always strong and roaring like a lion without any fear of death, without any unhappiness, without any pain or difficulty. Despite having all these bodily problems, I'm not afflicted. This faith has been given by Shri. What I'm telling you today, when I'll tell you an incident. When I received my first report that my kidneys have failed, I was living along the banks of Gangaji all my life. I did not even know what a kidney is. Trust me. I had no contact with the public, no material interactions. Till the age of 35, I had no idea about worldly affairs. If the path along Gangaji was blocked, then I would go around the villages that were situated and then get back on the bank of Gangaji. But I did not have any contact with the general public. And I only gained knowledge of these worldly things in Shri Vrindavan Dham. It is as if I've taken a new birth in Vrindavan by which I could understand these mundane affairs. My life is completely surrendered for spirituality. I did not even care about death. That's how the situation was. Sadhana was of utmost importance in my life. Mercy and faith, mercy and reliance on someone else. These two words were not in my life. Only sadhana was in my life. If I do this, I will obtain this. By this sadhana, I will obtain this fruit. In the Ramakrishna mission, the Swamiji who was presiding there at the time, Balram Bhai, had taken me there. He looked at the report and said, Baba, your kidneys are getting spoiled very soon. And the result is death. There is no cure for this. Maybe at that time dialysis was not available because this word was not used in Delhi or here. So I said, okay, that means death in how many days? He said, any time. That's what he said at the Ramakrishna mission, the Swamiji there. That was it. I came back with the report. I did not even have 1 rupee as my savings. Not even one person who could even offer me water. Only Balram Bhai. He would come by every evening around 9 o'clock and say, Baba, did you get any food today? Did you have anything? I said no. Then he would run right away and would bring me something for sure. His faith is still the same to date. He is one person who met me on day 1. Until date, he surrendered in the same way. His mood has not changed at all. I used to do the recital of Sudhanidhi Ji in the evening. I would recite Chaturasi Ji and Sevak Pani Ji in the morning. Just under 2 hours for Chaturasi Ji, under 2 hours for Sevak Pani, and about 2 hours for Sudhanidhi. I was reciting Sudhanidhi at around 4 p.m. I was overwhelmed right away with the thoughts that I was born in a Brahmana family. I have been on the path of God since childhood, and because of sadhana, by the mercy of Lord Shiva, the world of Kashi had been completed by their mercy. But the work of Vrindavan is incomplete. Only 2 or 3 years had passed since I had come to Vrindavan and I had joined Radha Vallabhji. And then I got this report. And I thought my life was complete. I have not understood the loving mellows of Vrindavan. It is time for me to leave now, and I will not be able to do any sadhana because I can pass away any time. I was very innocent. I say was, because now looking at society, I'm understanding all these worldly things. Otherwise, there was no mundane activity in my life. I started crying out loudly. I was in private my room, and I was focused completely on Shriji, and I said, hey, Ladli Ji, I'm completely helpless. I don't know you. I don't know this path. My life is incomplete. And even though till date my life has been so pure, but now my work will remain incomplete, I will not be able to do sadhana anymore. I will not be able to please you by my efforts. I have nothing to offer you, no products. And just by this body, I cannot do sadhana. But now that too is gone because the kidneys have failed. A feeling of desperation overcame me. I cannot explain the situation to you. Only the person who has no one in the world can understand. That was it. And right then, an incident occurred. I cannot reveal this to you, but I can just say that she said, you're doing sadhana for me, and I'm saying you're mine. This is where the word trust and reliance came into my life. Otherwise, this word was not in my life. Only sadhana was my life. Doing various asanas, being sense control, living a pure life, following celibacy, doing bhajan, and my belief was that I will cross the material ocean just with this. Since that day, a feeling of carefreeness came in my life. It enveloped me. And I thank these kidneys that they failed. And as a result, I passed. My reliance on Maharaj was established. Since that day, this faith and reliance has been growing. And whatever you're seeing today is a result of that faith. They are the doers, and I'm sharing these realizations with you. Just rely on Maharaj. Rely on your heart. Be carefree, she said. You are doing sadhana for me, and I'm telling you, you are mine. That manifested this reliance in my heart. You might say that, okay, she told you, Shriji told you, that is why you developed this faith, but what about us? You may ask that question, but who is telling you? Who is inspiring us to say this? If you consider me to be a saint, a devotee, your guru, whatever you consider me, whatever your mood is, there is no difference between God and his devotee.
भगवंत गुरु चतुर नाम बपु एक, इनके पद बंधन किए नासत विघ्न अनेक.
Then you should have the faith that for me, my Maharaj is saying this, that only rely on me. My Maharaj is speaking this in the form of my Guru Dev, that rely on me only. In the form of the saint, my Maharaj is saying this, rely on me. In the form of this devotee, my Maharaj is saying, rely on me. Just accept it. You'll be blissful right away. This body is perishable and filled with stool and urine. We cannot do sadhana by this and obtain Maharaj. So develop this firm faith. And she will be pleased. And she is pleased with us. Because if she was not, then we would not be sitting here. We would not be able to have this discussion or hear this discussion. You can only enter Vrindavan Dham by the mercy of Kishoriji, by the mercy of Vrinda Devi. Just firm faith.